this is nothing new. It's in fact a just continuation of another policy, because I think what we have to be very careful with is that in Europe, or at least in the West, there is the argument that there is a refugee crisis. There isn't a refugee crisis. If there is a refugee crisis, it is in some of those countries. If you look at the statistics of countries like Kenya, they host over 600,000 refugees, over half of them Somalis. You look at Ethiopia, they host over 2.5 million, sorry, 900, over 900,000, almost a million refugees. If you look at Uganda, it's host over 1.2 million refugees. So the notion that in the West that there is a refugee crisis is a manufactured crisis because of what Nabila pointed out too. Because even the parties that are traditionally on the left that espouses multiculturalism, we are happy to receive refugees, now are very much afraid that they're going to the left, in fact, trying to outright the right wing so that they can make this a problem. So this is I'll just give an example. Currently in Sudan, the crisis that we have between the military and RSF, that is Rapid Support Forces. Rapid Support Forces in the past, before it rebranded itself, it was called the Janjaweed. And the EU was giving money to Janjaweed to prevent people moving from the Horn of Africa via Sudan into Libya and into Mediterranean. And now we have a crisis with RSF that has received a lot of money and training that is doing the same. Look at Tunisia. So I think this is something that the West is completely walking away from the international normative standards around refugees and asylum. And I'll just give an example. I just returned from Kenya the other day. Kenya just has a new refugee law with over 500,000 refugees, where now they'll get right to work, right to own property, and freedom of movement. In the West, they are moving in the opposite direction. Other countries are taking a fairly robust pro-refugee policy, except Rwanda in this case.